Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we are having the Hearach. The Hearach is the first whiskey of the Isle of Harris distillery. And I've been to the Isle of Harris distillery. It's a beautiful distillery situated at the coast, and it's on the Isle of Harris and Lewis. Harris and Lewis is, let me tell you, one island. The northeastern part of the island is called Lewis, and the southwestern part is called Harris. So it's kind of, a situation like the one with Haiti and the Dominican Republic. It has kind of two constituencies on it, and this is the Harris part of the island, but they are not that far away to the Lewis part of the island, and the island is really one. It's just, they call themselves kind of municipals. But enough about the island. I've been to the distillery. It has beautiful big warehouses, a lot of casks in it. They have produced quite a lot for such a new distillery, and they had quite a stock in their warehouses already, and they were building new warehouses, commissioning new warehouses. And let me show you a little bit of these warehouses. And now that they are a few years older, they are now bringing out a whiskey. So this here is the bottle, and it has a very distinctive case as well. There have been a few critiques about the stability of the case, and for me as a mechanical engineer, the critique is, yes, nice that it's open, you can see the bottle, but the problem with open shapes is they are shifty. If you have closed shapes, they are bound to be very resistant to torque. So you can twist them and they will resist a lot, whereas open shapes are always not as resistant to torque. If you can remember the Isle of Harris gin, the Isle of Harris gin became very famous with the distillery. Then here, this is the this here is the next bottle, and it has also a very distinctive bottle shape, and it looks beautiful. They have these, I would say, waves on it, and represents the ocean quite well. If hopefully I interpreted it right, and not anybody else had some other story about these wave-shaped things on the bottle. Their maturation is also quite interesting. They're not just bringing out an ex-bourbon. Nobody brings out an ex-bourbon. They are bringing out a mixture between ex-bourbon, Oloroso, and Fino sherry casks. The Fino sherry casks are not as common as all the, let's say, the Oloroso, the PX, even Amontillado, I would say, is more widely used than the Fino, because Fino has a very distinct character, and if you don't have a really premium Fino sherry, then personally I don't like it. I've had a Fino sherry in Jerez, and that was good, but it's always not as good as the PX or the Oloroso. In terms of peat smoke, they are peaty, but they are not Isla peaty, but island peaty. So they have 12 to 15 ppm, which is I would say, on the border to a medium peaty whiskey. So it's light, medium, somewhere in that region. From the smell, I would say medium. Oh, nicely done. Bit of a, it's not a very intense one, so they're not going for hefty additive maturation for their first whiskey. Some distilleries do that, but they have ex-bourbon, ex-Oloroso, and ex-Fino sherry casks. So no fresh casks in there. They don't say a first fill or second fill. For the ex-bourbon, might be a second fill in there. Oh, nice, lightly smoked whiskey. Has a bit of a herb touch to it, a little bit of a dry smoke to it, a little bit of a phenolic touch to it, bonfire touch, ash touch to it, and it feels dry. The fruitiness, fresh fruitiness character, maybe from the distillery. Yeah, a little bit of that pear in there. So yes, it's a young one, but they've taken out pretty much all the youth of it. It feels younger, but it doesn't have any metallic edges or anything to it. So well made, but a young one with a dry taste to it. I wonder if that is still the distillery character, or if we have that dry character of the Fino sherry in there. Yeah, I would say Fino character is in there, but I don't have Fino sherry that often, as it is very rare, because a lot of people don't like it, including me, and so it's not used that much. Not colored, not chill filtered, 46% ABV, so drinking it neat, a good thing. You could add a few drops of water. That is still very nice. The good thing about the Isle of Harris distillery is that I've been to their distillery. They are very integrated in the region. They call themselves a social distillery, and they are not doing a small thing. They are there to stay. They are there to produce a good amount of whiskey. They're not there to do mass production whiskey, but a good amount of whiskey. So they're not producing small amounts, but a good amount of whiskey. So they will have the opportunity over the next years to release very nice stuff. So they have the opportunity, and that is very good. And very nice maturation, as I've been up there, and it was very humid, very ocean climate, mild over the year. Summers are really not that hot, and beautiful whiskey, beautiful place to make whiskey. Might be a bit more expensive than the others, because it is very, very remote, and they are in a port for ferries, but the ferries just end up in the Scottish mainland, where there's not that much going on, so the transport is a bit difficult. Yeah. So we sell this here at Whisky.com for around 93.5 euros at Whisky.com, and also at Whisky.de. Yeah, so that was my take with the Hearach. A nice first whiskey of a distillery, and I'm really excited about the next ones. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.